What is up? Welcome to Post Concert High, the podcast where the show doesn't end. Follow along as we chat about all things concerts, bands, and venues in the CLE. Do you have your ticket ready? Because the show is about to begin.
Hello again.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah. Nothing exciting going on, really. This week's episode is about the Agora.
The Agora. I love the Agora.
It's so good. So we're going to talk a little bit about the history of it, just a little bit, and like our experience while we were there.
Yes. Which we've been there a few times.
A few times.
So
3 times?
3 times last year.
Yeah. That was a good place. I really like that place.
3 totally different. 4 times. We were there 4 times last year.
For Dax.
For Jax. Then we went for the band Camino.
Yep.
Then we went for Newfound Glory.
Oh, yes.
And then we went for State Champs.
Yes.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of good shows there.
Yes. And every single one was a different vibe to it.
Totally different, yeah.
Yeah. Totally different crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you haven't been to the Agora, it holds how many people?
2,000.
2,000 people. And it is located at 5,000 Euclid Avenue in Cleveland.
East side.
Yeah. So you wanna explain some of the history of it?
So just a little bit, because we don't want to bore you guys with a
Right.
a very in-depth history. So it first opened in the late 1960s at a location that was near Case Western Reserve College, University.
So it's had multiple locations.
Yes. So then a few years later, it moved to its second location on East 24th Street near CSU. And then in 1986, it moved to its current location after a fire that happened at the East 24th location.
Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the building that it's currently in opened in 1913. It's changed its name
Multiple times. It's a very old building.
Yeah, it had many uses. It originally opened as a theater, and then it was a vaudeville burlesque house, and then it hosted comedic musicals and movies and radio stations. So it's had a variety of uses over the years.
Yeah, interesting. Now, do they do more than just like, I'm guessing they do more than they do other things besides concerts now. Yeah, because they do like theme nights and stuff there.
Yeah, you can even have your wedding there.
That's cool.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've seen a drag show there.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do a bunch of different stuff. That building's so old. It's so cool though.
1913.
And it's huge.
It's huge.
And I think there's a lot of areas that we haven't seen, like that are not accessible to like
Well,
people.
we've never been upstairs, and we always normally go to our one side.
Yeah.
So not that it probably looks any different from the other side, but
maybe we try a different view next time. But I love that corner though. That's just our area.
Yeah. It's a nice view.
Yeah. So, we'll just in this episode kind of go through and give you a good description of it from like the outside and the inside, and just kind of let you guys kind of visualize what it is there if you haven't been there.
Yeah. If you've been there, then
you know.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Had a pleasant experience.
Yes.
But if you haven't, we hope you go and have a pleasant experience.
Yes, for sure. So, the outside area, there's not much going on.
No, it's in a very business, industrial area.
Yeah.
It's not like a place like the Grog where it's a nightlife area.
Yeah. Right.
There's not like
you can't just walk around and like go to like a restaurant beforehand and then walk over to the.
Yeah. No. I mean, you could easily go somewhere downtown to eat and then have a shorter drive
Right.
to the Agora.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't expect to be like, oh, we'll just eat around the venue.
Yeah.
You're gonna be eating snacks inside the Agora
They
is
do
what
have
you're gonna
snacks.
be doing.
They have snacks. I have taken advantage of that every time I've gone.
Right.
I think that's the only place I've actually gotten snacks. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. That I've been with you at.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah. That sounds right. So yeah, it's very there's not much going on around it. There are a bunch of like scooters just
Yeah,
like in downtown. It's
random.
just random scooters laying
Yeah,
everywhere.
and most of them are not charged,
Hmm.
which is weird. So,
So that's there's that. So if you need to get somewhere, you could always take a uncharged scooter.
yeah.
If you want to charge it, that's cool too. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they charge.
Yeah, same. The sign is really cool though.
The sign is awesome. Like, it makes it feel like the building's as old as it
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Mahal's is also kind of like that.
Yes. Well, Mahal's is pretty old too.
Right.
Yeah.
Like just like that old like what's that lighting called?
Neon? Is that neon?
It's like a neon sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Like
I don't know if there's a technical.
fluorescent. No.
Yeah.
Is that it? The bulb things. Like the you know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, neon is what I would call it. Because I
so
think
yeah.
they used to actually use like neon gas in it. I could be wrong.
Okay,
But
someone fact check.
yeah, fact check me. Let me know if you know.
You can just fact check
Put it in
everything.
the comments.
Right. Um so yeah, that the sign is super cool because it's very old school and it almost reminds me of like an old subway sign. Like, do you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Like an old
Yeah.
like city
Yeah.
subway sign or something.
And I like that it's not flat against the building.
Yeah, it sticks out
Yeah, it sticks out so you can see it, driving
you're
up down the
driving.
street. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I like that too. And then like all the um all the buses and stuff, they park on the far like the right side of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's where all the band and stuff park
Yeah.
their buses and trailers and stuff.
Yeah. The main place to park is behind. So,
So when we go, yeah, there's parking behind the building.
mm-hmm. So you literally get to walk right past their tour buses.
Yes. And then there's also parking like on the on there's like lots down the
Yeah. Sometimes.
street you could park if they're
Yeah.
not if they're open.
Yeah. I think they've only been open when we've gone on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I feel like during the week and stuff,
They don't have them open.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because like the businesses there are like open
Probably. Yeah.
still or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're traveling to go to the Agora, it is not far from the freeway, so it's like super easy to get to from 90.
Yeah. It's
Um,
less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, so it's easily travelable. Is that a
Mhm.
word?
Yeah.
So that's kind of nice. And it's not far from downtown at all.
No, it's really not.
Can't you
It's
just
like right
drive
there.
straight in?
Yeah, you could easily. So if you're already downtown, it's right there.
Yeah. So it's good. Parking though, you have to buy parking, right?
You have to buy parking. It's normally $20.
Yeah. So that's one thing I'm not a super big fan of, but
Yeah.
it's not terrible because like the parking is pretty close. And we get out fast. We've never
Um,
waited really long.
no, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really easy if you leave before an encore.
Which I think we've done almost every
We
time. No,
no, we normally
just
always
once.
yeah, just with state champs we left because that was a long show.
Oh my God, that was so long.
Like I wanted to stay, but it was so long, and I think was that a Sunday night?
Oh yeah, because I think we had to work the next day.
Yeah, something like that. But that show was like 5 people, I think, performed. So it was like
Yeah. And then they played a long time.
they played a long time.
It was a good concert, but it was just
They played for longer than I had their set list for. Okay, they like went way over their set list, and then
Yeah.
they kept playing, and then they left, and
then they came back for their
yeah. But we walked out before, but we heard them from the outside. We heard them come back.
Oh yes. Yeah, yeah.
I think everybody knew they were gonna come back
Yeah.
out, but we were both like, I've been standing for 5 hours.
Yeah, that was us
Yeah.
old people can only do that so long.
Yeah.
But I feel like there were older people there and they were like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
maybe we're just out of concert shape.
Maybe.
We got to get on that.
Yeah. We do. We do. But
So
yeah.
yeah, it's a nice little it's a good area. It might be not very walking accessible to stores and
Mm,
restaurants and stuff, but it's a
yeah.
I don't hate the area.
No, I mean, I wouldn't recommend going that far from the venue, but
Yeah. But it's not bad.
no. Mm-mm.
So, if we're talking about, let's see, the tickets you buy online,
Yes.
they're not actual tickets, it's just the
I know. Those
electronic stuff. Everything's like that now.
I know. I miss actual like tickets.
We used to make like books and stuff.
Right. Like all these extra fees, what are they going to? They're not going
Literally
toward
nothing.
tickets themselves because you don't get tickets anymore.
Nope.
So that where is this money going?
To people's pockets.
Okay. Well,
Because it's all about money.
yeah.
Everything's about
And
money.
we keep buying tickets, so
And we keep buying it. So I mean, here we are. It's a vicious circle.
yeah.
Um, so getting into the venue, like when you're waiting. So we've waited in long lines and then we've not waited in a line.
No, like Newfound Glory, we got there before it started
Yeah.
because we wanted a good spot to stand.
Right.
And it was a weekday show. It was a Thursday.
Yes. Yes.
And we got right in. There was
I was surprised about that because I
yeah.
feel like they're bigger.
Yeah. I I'm wondering because it was a weekday show,
Yeah, I'm sure that had effect
people
on
were
it.
probably still at work or just getting off work.
Because it did get packed towards the end.
It did. Like there was a lot of people there for the opener. It was just one opener.
Yeah.
Um
Do you remember who it was?
Sincere Engineer,
I love that you know all these things because I forget everything.
which I had never heard them, but I liked them.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. But Newfound Glory, I'm like, this is gonna.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just my brain thinking it was like 2004 again.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Just brought us back to the old days.
Yes. That
So
I'm like,
good.
oh, this is gonna be like sold out. But it got pretty packed once they came on stage.
It did. Yeah, and like even when the line was long, it didn't feel like it was like I felt like it went fast.
Yeah. Like
Except for, situations that have happened in line.
that's one thing. Yeah.
So
The
like
Dax show.
yeah, with that guy.
But that wasn't the venue's fault.
No, it was not.
There
That
was
was just outside. It was a freak thing.
there was a medical emergency that happened
Yeah,
and
and no one knew what was happening because the line wasn't moving.
yeah.
But I think besides that, like,
Once it started moving, it moved pretty quick.
yeah. And then when they get you in, like they check your bags and stuff, but it goes by really fast.
Yeah. They're very good at like directing
Moving
the
people,
flow.
like keeping it moving.
Yeah.
So it definitely is not I mean, you have to wait in line, but it's not terrible.
Yeah. So I would definitely suggest getting there before the doors open.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Or if you want to get there after, then I feel like there's less of a line because they've
yeah.
gotten people in.
It probably depends. Like if you have a ticket where you're sitting and you have an assigned
True.
seat, then you can get there whenever.
True.
But if you're doing general admission and you're
Then you
standing
wanna
and you want to
get
go
there.
to spot, then
Yeah.
I would get there before it opens.
For sure. Agreed. But yeah, so definitely get there a little before doors open so you can get a good spot because it is all general admission there, generally speaking.
Yes, it is.
So inside, when you walk in, you're in like this like lobby area,
Yeah.
and that's where they check your bags and make sure you're all good. Don't bring anything crazy in.
Yeah.
No pool noodles
No
or
pool
at
noodles.
any of these shows, sadly.
No.
It is a pretty big venue and they have like it broken down into like a couple different rooms.
Yeah.
So I wonder so they have an area where like the bands set up their like merch stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So like it's like right as you come in, you walk in the main entrance and then it's on the left side and there's like an entrance into this like down the stairs into like a merch area, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
I wonder what that was before it. I feel like there was something that was there.
It almost looks like there's a stage there, like behind where they put the
Oh,
t-shirts and everything. It almost looks like that could
like
have been like a really
another
small
area. Yeah.
venue.
Yeah. I don't know. I've only ever seen merch stuff there.
Right. It's nice that it's separated though, because we've been to places where the
Yes.
merch area is like almost right in with the venue,
Yes.
and it's like,
It's a lot.
yeah,
It's almost like you don't get to like actually experience
right.
like look at the merch. You can, but then there's all this other stuff going on too.
Right. And it's hard to hear the people talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of nice because they have it all like on the wall too. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like a big wall where they have it all
Yeah.
displayed so you can see what they have available.
Yeah.
So if you're into like merch and stuff, they definitely have a nice
And that,
setup for that.
yeah, and that's easy to hit right before you go into the show too.
Yeah. Or like when there's like a break or something. I've never actually had like a line there for the merch.
I feel like the only time I've seen a line is after the show ends.
Yeah.
Like the encore is done, like the show,
Right,
like
right,
they
right,
turn the
right. So
lights
yeah.
on, it's you
Yeah.
need to get out.
So
Then
then everyone gets
sometimes
there
there's a
after.
line. Yeah. So probably not the best time to
Yeah.
be getting merch is after the show ends.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. But so that's nice. And then you have like your second part of the lobby area which has like a bar
Mm-hmm.
that's on the outside of the actual like
Venue room.
venue stage area.
Yeah.
So you can get your drinks there and then if you walk into the main area where the concert is, there's two more bars
Yeah.
on the outs like on the back parts of the walls
Yeah.
and they have snacks.
They have snacks. And they're always very friendly.
Yeah, I've never had like a bad experience
No.
with anyone there.
Except for those dang paper straws.
Oh, those.
Uh,
The devil. They're so bad.
so
I'm
bad.
all about like
Right.
doing good things for our
Right.
earth, but when a paper straw just disintegrates in like 1 second,
Yeah.
they're also not that great for you as a person.
No, because what's holding it together? Glue. That we should
That seems
not
fine.
be ingesting. But
It's probably fine with all the stuff that we eat.
yeah.
There's so much
All
stuff
the
in it.
snacks that have
All the snacks that have all these bad ingredients in it.
yes.
It's fine.
So
One night, it's okay.
yeah.
But yeah, there's paper straws, so you'll have to deal with that.
Just skip the straw.
Yeah, you can just drink out of the cup.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
plastic cups, so.
Plastic cups. And they have different sizes, which is nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it's nice that they have two bars and there's normally not really a wait.
No, you can just walk up and
Yeah.
I've only had to wait like 1 or 2 times, but it's not long. It's like literally one
Yeah.
person or two people in front of you.
Yeah. I've never walked up there between sets though. It's always like during,
Oh,
so maybe between sets it might be a little.
a little bit, but I think I've done it once or twice and it's not too bad.
I'm sure the bathrooms probably are.
Yes. Did you go to the bathroom?
Yes.
Mid?
I went during I can't remember if it was during a break or not. But there was a line, but it moved pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I liked that they did a checkup on everybody. Like one of the employees comes in and I don't know how frequently they do
Oh,
it,
yeah.
but they do like a check to make sure everybody's okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, the bathroom goes pretty quick as someone who frequently uses it. It's a nice bathroom.
Yeah, it's a decent size.
The floor was wet last time I was there, but it's
Mhm.
fine. I'm
Whatever.
sure, I could say that about every bathroom I've been to.
Right.
But yeah, it's a nice bathroom, nice venue. So in the venue itself, you have those levels. You have like
Yeah.
the main level, which is where like you can do like the what's it called?
Oh, like moshing.
Mosh pit.
Yeah.
And the where you go on top of the
Oh, crowd surfing.
yeah, that's a word.
We've
I
seen
can't
a
think of
lot
anything
that.
right now.
Yeah, the security there, they're like ready
They're
for it
on
though.
it. Yeah, the one they have like like 2 to 4 security guards standing in front of the stage ready to like catch you
Yeah.
after you do your little crowd surfing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found that interesting.
I don't think there was any crowd surfing at the Dax show, but we were also in the back.
And we didn't stay for the main person.
No, so maybe I don't know.
It was definitely
Can
it
you
was a different vibe.
can you crowd surf to rap music? I don't.
You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Society standards.
Right.
You don't have to
Right.
don't have to match them. Do whatever you want. You live your best life. If you want to crowd surf at a classical orchestra, you do that. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
Live it up.
A lot of people will probably look down on you for,
Yeah.
especially if it's like the Cleveland Orchestra. But you know what? You do what you want.
Yeah.
We don't tell you all these, we just make suggestions.
Yes.
But anyway,
But yes, that lower level.
the lower levels where all we say young people, but it's probably our age.
Yeah.
All the like real, legit, like want the hard
Right.
concert experience
Right.
people down there.
Right. But you have to watch being down there because they only let so many people in.
Yeah.
There's a security guard on either side. So once they see it's too full, they don't let anybody back in. So that's the risk you take if you go to get a drink or a snack or run to the bathroom, that you might not be able to get back down there with your friends until some people come out.
Right.
So
Yeah. So yeah, you got that. And then I was upstairs once for that drag show.
okay.
They have seats up there.
Okay. Is
So
it
you can,
all
like,
seating?
I don't remember. That was a long
Okay.
time ago, and it was like I just remember like going up there for like 5 minutes and then coming down.
Okay.
We ended up going down to the floor for that.
Okay.
But they do have seating if you want to sit down.
Yeah. You're just going to pay more than
Yeah, I think so.
general admission, but
Yeah.
depending on the length of the show,
Right.
it
Yeah.
might be worth it.
Yeah. And then for like the snacks and drinks, I would say they're normal average
Pretty average price.
price.
Yeah.
So you're not paying like $30 for a beer like at like the Guardians game or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the Cavs.
I think I normally get a ginger ale and it's like $5,
Yeah.
which, I mean,
I think I got a Diet Coke. I think that was my go-to there. But yeah, it was not expensive
no.
comparatively.
Yes. I mean, it's more expensive than if you were to go to the store and get a drink,
Right.
but
But
not
when you go to
outrageous.
any type of concert at a venue, you're going to expect to pay a little more for things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't outrageous. Nope. So, yeah. So if we're talking about like the whole vibe of the venue itself, it has like a nice old they like redid it, but they like kept a lot of the old like
Like theater.
yeah, I don't know what the word is, like the old like architecture and like the crown molding and like the old feel to it, which I thought was really nice
Yeah.
for sure.
But then they mixed it with like new modern, like the floors are like polished cement and the railings are
Right.
metal.
And I also like that like we only talked about the main floor, but they have like 3 levels.
Mm-hmm.
So like even if there are tall people in front of you, you can still see because
Right.
you're on levels, which is really nice.
Right. It's not all one level where
Right.
you really can't see. So it is really nice to be able to see in there.
Yes. I would say that's probably, if we're talking viewing wise, I feel like that's probably my favorite venue because you can see.
Right.
And you can see everything.
Right. And it's broken up. So it's not like it's one big
Right.
floor and you're like somewhere in the middle of it. Even
Yeah.
if you're in the middle, you're still not.
Right.
I don't know what the word is I'm looking for.
I don't know.
I don't know. You're not like left in the middle of the room trying to get out and then
Oh,
find your
right.
way
Yeah.
back.
So
Like,
there's even like there's like a aisleway.
mm-hmm.
So, and they have to keep like the stairs cleared so you can
Yeah.
always get out
Yeah.
if you need to leave or something.
And they're very good at making sure that those areas are clear.
Yes. I didn't. Yeah. We notice that every time
Yeah.
for sure. So like the venue itself kind of reminds me of like, it's not as old. It might be. How old is Playhouse? I feel like some of like the architectural choices that they made in there are similar to Playhouse, just not as
yes.
exuberant.
It's very similar, I would say.
I don't know. I
Not
really
as
liked
big.
how they kept like the old feel, like the old time theater feel.
Right. I do too. But it doesn't. Okay. So it's actually older than Playhouse Square.
Really?
So the five theaters in Playhouse Square opened between 1921 and 1922.
Wow.
So this
So the building
building,
itself is older.
yeah. So the State Theater opened in February of 1921. Ohio Theater opened in February 1921. And then Palace Theater opened in 1922. Allen Theater between 1921 and 1922. And the Hannah Theater opened between 1921 and 22.
Hmm.
So this building actually was, the building itself was
It's
built
older.
before
Right.
Playhouse Square.
Makes sense.
So it does have that
Yes.
theater's feeling with like the balconies to either side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I really think they did a nice job of keeping those touch, like the small, like
Yeah.
old feeling touches to it,
Yeah.
like the original theater things.
Like they could have completely changed it and made
Right.
it really modern.
Yes.
And I'm glad they didn't because I
Yes.
feel like the whole world is
Yeah.
all modern and boring. And
I just love old buildings.
yeah.
I just think they're, I don't know, they're so they have so much character. And I feel like a lot of buildings today just are just the same,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. They
But
they could have definitely changed it. And I'm glad they didn't.
hmm I think Cleveland has a lot of buildings like that.
Yeah, they do. Because there's been a lot of companies that have gone out of business and
Mm-hmm.
multiple uses for things. So,
Yes, for sure.
yeah.
For sure. Um, how about the sound itself? Like I feel like the sound system there and like the people running it do a really good job.
They do a very good job. I would say the sound is very great. You definitely need earplugs still. I mean, you could
Always.
probably get away with not having them if it was a shorter
It's
show, but
yeah.
your ears are gonna still be
It's
ringing.
definitely it's not as bad as like the grog shop,
Mm-mm.
but it is still loud.
Yeah.
Just because it's a concert. So recommend earplugs.
Earplugs.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, the security there is really good. They keep an eye on things. Like they definitely keep an eye on like making
Mhm.
sure you're not, you know,
Yeah.
being a dick to your neighbor or something, you know.
Yeah. Well, we've
Well,
seen plenty
we've
of
seen
that.
a
We've
yeah.
seen plenty of that.
Yeah, there was one show we went to and like I think we were both just thinking about this, like these two people got super drunk and they were like it was so bad. I'm like, why?
They
Why would you I don't know. I don't know.
what
But
I
I guess I have had times when I was younger where I definitely did that, and I would not do it now. I would enjoy maybe one drink.
right, like I understand coming and enjoying yourself and having some drink,
Yeah.
but not to the point where you're obliviated and you're not
And
gonna remember
spilling
the show.
drinks on people, I would
Yeah.
be pissed.
Right.
I would not be okay. I would not be okay with that.
I guarantee you those two don't even remember
Not at all.
the show. They don't
Yeah.
remember
No.
spilling their drinks on people, and it's like you just paid all this money to come
It's such a
see this
waste.
band,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna get like that. It's I mean it's you're just you're
It's
it's
yeah.
it's disrespectful to the band and
Right.
everybody there.
Yeah.
So if you want to get wasted like that, just stay home.
Yeah, and then you don't have to drive if you're home.
Yeah.
It's always a plus.
Yeah. I don't know how they got home. Hopefully somebody
Mm-mm.
called them a car.
Yeah, Uber or something.
Yeah.
That's
But
all I watched, I think, during that show. I don't even know.
yeah.
Until
I
they like
didn't
left.
I didn't notice them until you pointed them out because
I'm like,
I
dude, these people
don't
are so drunk.
yeah. I tend to not watch things going on around me, which is really bad,
Yeah,
but
I got you.
I just, I get into the music and then
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
don't pay attention.
to everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely listen to the music and then just take in everything around me also.
Yeah.
Like those two balconies. So
Two
good.
balconies.
We'll never forget that.
If you don't know what we're talking about, go listen
You'll
to
have
our
to.
Dax episode.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Dax was at the Agora,
Yes.
and I thought it was a very fitting venue for him.
Yeah, that was a nice venue
It
for
was
them.
good size,
Yeah.
but
I feel
yeah.
I feel like a lot more artists could use the Agora
Yeah.
than they do. Like it's larger, but it's not going to be like huge, like Rocket
Right.
Mortgage Fieldhouse.
Thank God.
Huge. Yeah.
We should go to like
It's,
big concerts this year.
we should.
Just like maybe one or
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
But like, first off, they're expensive. Second off,
Yeah.
who wants to deal with the traffic?
Right. I feel like the Agora is still a good place where the crowd is pretty large, but you
Yeah.
still feel like it's more of an intimate
Yes.
venue, even though it is so big.
Right.
I mean, that many people
Yeah.
that's a lot.
It is a lot
And
of
we've
people.
been there to a sold out show.
Yes.
And it didn't,
But
even at that,
it never
yeah,
felt,
no,
too much.
no, not like really crowded like we've been at like the Grog or
Right.
other places.
And
So.
we got out pretty quickly, like driving wise,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
even when there were cars. Because I don't think that road that is behind it, I don't think there's traffic back there really.
No, there's really not traffic anywhere around there.
Yeah.
Like it's really easy. It almost looks like the roads are deserted, but they're not because a lot of it is businesses that are open during the day.
Right. And they're
So,
like the industrial type
yeah.
businesses, so it's not like you can go in and shop somewhere.
Right.
Like it's just a lot of
Yeah, they clock out at 5 and then there's nobody
Right.
in that part of town.
Yeah.
So,
it's just that concert venue.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, we didn't put this on here, but what would you rate on our scale of
1 to 5 microphones.
yes, what would you give the Agora?
Ooh. Honestly, I'll probably give it a 4.
A 4?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
It's pretty up there.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Good choice.
I
It's like a 4.5. I don't hate anything about it. I think, but like my standards, I really like that one place by the river in Cleveland that's outside.
Oh, Jacob's Pavilion.
Yeah, that. I think that's probably my favorite venue.
I've never been there. I know. Well, it's newer, isn't it?
No, I think it's been around for a long time.
What's your definition of a long
I don't
time?
know. Probably not as long as
I
1913.
feel like I feel like it's only been around like 5 or 10 years, hasn't it?
Mm-mm,
No,
I don't think
it's
so.
been there longer.
Let's look it up right now. I think.
Is it
Let's
all
see.
outdoors?
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's kind of like Blossom, but not.
okay. But we do live in Cleveland, where it's 1 minute it could be 90 degrees
Right.
and then it could be 60. So
That's your hit or miss when you go to outdoor concerts.
yeah,
It could be perfect weather or it could be really crappy.
the Agora is indoors.
True.
So
Yeah.
So what brings it down to a 4 for you?
Oh God. I don't know. I think I just rate everything based off of Jacob's Pavilion.
Okay. I mean, I totally get that. Once you have that
Yeah.
one spot where you're like, I love that spot, then
Yeah.
it's hard to rate other ones.
I think it's just because like with Jacob's Pavilion, it's outdoors. It's not as big as Blossom.
Mm-hmm.
So it still feels like it's almost an intimate show because there's not like a zillion people, but they still host pretty big people, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I went there last year and I saw, or 2 years, it might have been 2 years ago. I saw Darius Rucker
Okay. Yeah.
and it was so good. It was so good.
I bet it was.
I've seen him like 8 times. I'm not even joking.
But
A lot.
did you ever see him when he was in Hootie and the Blowfish though? Or have you always seen him since he's been on his own?
I only saw him since he's been on his own, but he plays all those songs.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's such a fun show. So yeah, it was I don't know. I like that it's like, and you don't feel like crowded there either.
Yeah.
So
Is it all open or does it have a covering in case it like rains?
it has like a it's not like a it's not
So
like a
like a-
ceiling. It's like it's
Like a
like
tent?
cloth. Like
Oh, okay.
those triangle cloth
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
It has a bunch of those.
Are they waterproof or just for the sun?
I think they're just for the or maybe hold on, I'm gonna bring it up right now. I could be just explaining this all wrong.
That's down in the flats, right?
Yes.
I don't, other than the Odeon, because the Odeon is in the flats,
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't spent a lot of time down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is like the tent stuff.
Okay.
So it is rainproof. So let me see if I can find. Oh, they do like sports stuff
Oh.
there too.
Oh. Tennis. Oh.
But yeah, you can like
Okay.
literally sit
That's
across.
really cool.
Yeah, you can sit across the river and like listen to the
Oh.
instead of actually like going to the concert.
Yeah.
You
That would
can't
be
see
cool.
anything, but like,
Well, because there's like a lot of restaurants and stuff down there, isn't there?
hmm
Like it's a real nightlife down there.
yes, yeah, they have a bunch of. So they have like the west side and the east side.
Mm. Okay.
Did you know that?
No.
So the one side has like not as many things,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other side has like you can literally walk around and there's just a bunch of bars and stuff.
Okay.
Where like Margaritaville is and like
Okay. I've been to Margaritaville, but not that one.
where were you? Where did you go to?
Myrtle Beach.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like that seems more legit than the Cleveland one.
I love Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
The
Like you're on the ocean.
Yeah.
Cleveland,
It's
you're like on a river.
It was a long wait to get in, though. I think it was like 2 hour wait.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Was it good? I don't think I've ever eaten or
Um,
had a drink there.
it's good. They don't have a huge selection though. So if you're a picky eater,
What kind
it
of
would
food is
be
it? Like seafood?
there's some seafood. I think they might have had some burgers. Not very many.
Like American
Yeah.
stuff?
It was like I would say it's a good mix, but it's not like a lot of each thing.
Is it like beach food?
I don't
Now we're gonna
remember.
look up we're gonna
I
look up
don't
Margaritaville's.
Margaritaville menu.
Yep.
The vibe in there is something you need to experience, though.
I have walked through it. I have not eaten there though. I think I used their bathroom.
Cheeseburgers in Paradise in Myrtle Beach is really good, though. Yes. Is that a Jimmy Buffett song?
I don't know.
I think I I think that is. I think he owns that too. They are delicious.
That sounds good.
Yeah, so they have some shrimp stuff. Oh, maybe they've changed since I was there because they have a bunch of appetizers like quesadilla wings.
So like this is what it looks like on the inside. There's no like you know how Blossom has you've been to Blossom?
I have not been to Blossom, but I've seen pictures of Blossom.
Oh, okay. That's also an experience. We should go just so you can get the experience. We
Okay.
should go to a country like a legit country concert there
Okay.
just so you get the experience.
What's legit to you?
I don't know, like real country
Real country. Okay.
where like everyone gets trashed
Okay.
and then walking out they're just like, "Here we go, brownie." Like stupid stuff. It's like June and they're just like, "Let's go, Browns." I'm like, "What is happening right now?" And then you're just like getting like pushed out because everyone's so close because there's so many people.
You're not selling this for me.
I know. That's because I'm not a huge fan. I like the experience when I go and see like the Cleveland Orchestra there because it's a
Okay.
different vibe.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
But I used to go to a lot of country concerts there
Okay.
when that was like my thing, and like
Well-
I don't think I actually enjoyed it. The only thing I enjoyed was the actual concert itself.
Okay.
But that's just preference.
We'll go. I'll try it once.
I just want you to get the vibe of like all the drunk people. It's
Okay.
like extremely it's something. It's different. So yeah, if you want to throw your stories you have of Blossom somewhere, that would be cool. Like in our comments or something.
Yeah.
We can read about them.
Blossom or Jacob's Pavilion.
Or Jacob's Pavilion.
Or the
I
Agora.
love Jacob's Pavilion. Or the Agora. Yeah, give us some stories.
Yeah, but this is their menu. They're like there's not a lot to
Okay.
choose from,
So it's like, yeah,
but the vibe in there is really cool.
very islandy
Yes.
type. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
They have some good stuff, it looks like.
Yeah. But I've never been to the one downtown. I do want to try that, and I want to try Wahlburgers too.
Oh, I would try that too.
I've never been to there.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Cool. Cool.
But
So yeah,
yeah.
that's the Agora. I recommend it. For sure.
I do too.
Why do you give it a 5 star rating, or not star, 5 microphone
5 microphones.
rating?
Um, probably because of the size.
Yeah.
With it being bigger but still feels intimate, like you don't feel like you're
Yeah.
lost in the crowd.
Yeah.
Um, and just the vibe in there, which the vibe is different for every single show. But as
Yes.
far as like the actual venue goes, I think it has a general really good vibe.
Yeah. So really quick, we should talk about like that one show where like they played like millennial music mid
Oh yeah. That was I feel like they
the band
always have
Camino.
really
Wasn't that the band
yeah, it
Camino?
was at the Band Camino
Yeah.
concert. Um in between did they play music before it started?
I think so.
Did
I
they?
think people were just coming in and you couldn't
Yeah.
really listen to it.
But between Knox's set and then the Band Camino set.
They played like Backstreet Boys and like Avril
Yeah.
Lavigne and like everyone was singing and it was
Everybody's jamming.
so great.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my home.
Right. You just feel like this is where you want to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone is like the same age
Right.
and like it didn't feel like you were the old person of the group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just felt very like our time.
Right. Well, we're in that awkward age where we can either be like the oldest people there or
Right.
the almost
Funny.
youngest.
Isn't
Yeah.
that so funny?
It's
That's
awkward.
that's like when you like, because sometimes I'm like 33. Okay, I got all my life ahead of me. We have, you know, we're still young. And then
we're
there's,
still young, yes.
but then there's times where like, then you like watch something about sports and they're like, this guy's 35 and he's at the end of his career. He should probably leave after this. He's really old. I'm like, what?
Right.
He's like an elder in like the
Right, in the sport world.
in the sport world. And then I'm like, all right, well, maybe we are old. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's what we're here for. We're gonna stay young though,
Yeah.
with our concerts and doing fun things. It'll keep us
Absolutely.
young.
That'll keep us young or it'll break our bodies real fast from all the standing we're doing. But it's worth it.
It's
Absolutely.
worth it.
Just
100%.
just every time I'm like, did you bring your earplugs? Because we can't keep going to these concerts if one of us goes deaf.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely recommend bringing earplugs to this venue. Actually, I'm just gonna say that for every venue.
Yes, just bring your earplugs, people.
Yes. And if you want to share your stories about the Agora, we would definitely love to read them.
Yes.
So definitely
Whether
let us
they're
know.
good or bad.
Good
Because
or
we
bad.
have not had a bad experience at the Agora.
No, not at all. It was always an enjoyable experience.
Yes, but each one is completely unique.
Completely different. And obviously the band changes that
Yes.
vibe. So yeah, for sure. So that's what we have for the Agora, and we hope to hear about your stories for there. And we hope you come back to our next episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll see you then next time.
See you next time.
All right, bye. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Come back for more awkward millennial concert adventures. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Post Concert High. Be on the lookout for future episodes on YouTube.